5 weeks ago, we were coming off a huge win against the Cincinnati Bengals. Fast forward to today, and we're not even sure if Russell Wilson is quarterback one. YouTube, what is going on? It's Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the supposed quarterback drama with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Pittsburgh Steelers as a whole. So if you guys are Steelers fans or you enjoy NFL content in general, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Shout out to the people who have subscribed already. And shout out to the future subscribers, man. Also, let's get a shout out to the members. If you guys would like to support me and this channel more, hit that join button down in the description below. And as you can see, man, I have an Indiana Pacers basketball shirt on because the football season, while it is not over, while the Pittsburgh Steelers have clinched and will be going to the playoffs, it's just not a good time to be, a Steelers fan at the moment. We have dropped 3 straight games, all 3 of which were against championship potential teams, all 3 of which were games where we would have liked to be close, but it just did not turn out that way. Is Russell Wilson the answer? Is Russell Wilson the problem? Should we have Justin Fields playing? Should we have kept him in from the get-go? Truthfully, I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to end it there, but honestly, I really don't know. Keep in mind, too, that this is not really coming from the organization. This is not really coming from, Mike Tomlin telling us this, or Arthur Smith telling us this, or maybe even Omar Khan telling us this. This is strictly off of the fan base on Twitter. This is strictly off of, the fan base on Facebook and all of the social media, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok is a big one, because when I tell you, and you've probably seen it already. Hopefully I'm going to do some cool edits in this one, but I have seen countless Justin Fields edits. I have seen countless Russell Wilson is done, Pittsburgh, and we're not going to show it on the screen. We're not going to talk about it, but if you follow the Pittsburgh Twitter account, he even posted some crazy shit about Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? To give you a full kind of rundown of my thoughts and feelings about Russell Wilson, luckily for me, I have a documented YouTube channel all about the Pittsburgh Steelers, and so you can go back and you can hear these same takes that I'm saying today. When we brought him in, I was like, yes, Russell Wilson should be the starter day one. The Steelers, they said the same thing because they promised the guy the job originally when Kenny Pickett was on the team. And then we go and get Justin Fields, and it's just, actually, did it happen like that? I'm pretty sure we got Russell Wilson first. But yes, we promised him the job first, then we go get Justin Fields, but it was Russell Wilson's job the whole time. The only reason he didn't play from week one was because he got hurt. But unfortunately for Russell Wilson, he did get hurt. And fortunately for Justin Fields, he came in and played pretty good. I believe at the time it happened, you guys can go back. I have a video saying this. You guys can go back on Twitter and see what other people were saying. I believe when Justin Fields was benched for Russell Wilson, it was met with mostly negative responses, right? It was taken pretty harsh by not only Steelers fans, but fucking Bears fans, NFL fans in general, because we spent a whole offseason talking about, Justin Fields just needs to be free from Chicago. The potential is there. This guy is a former first-round pick. He has all of the natural ability. He has all of the talent. This guy can play football, right? Those were the takes about Justin Fields. He goes to a real team like the Steelers, and he looks pretty good. And then all of a sudden, Russell Wilson has to come in. That was met by boos from me. That was met by boos from, you guys out there. But that still does not change that before we got to see Justin Fields play, we wanted Russell Wilson to play too. I wanted Russell Wilson to start from the get-go. If I'm wrong about that, my bad, right? But yes, Justin Fields did come in and he did play good. And now we find ourselves in a boat of, is Russell Wilson only playing because we promised him the job? Do we have integrity, and are we following through with our promises? Because honestly, this is my true opinion on it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's okay. I've said I love Russell Wilson. I love both of them. I love Russ. I love Justin Fields, really. But I kind of want to see Justin Fields play, but I know we have to hold on to him for the next years. And this is another point that I kind of want to talk about, maybe now, maybe later in the video. But we're at the point where we're getting mocked Drew Aller, we're getting mocked Cam Ward, we're getting mocked all these quarterbacks, and it's do we really need that? Is Russell Wilson playing that bad? Was Justin Fields that bad for us? I don't think so. I think if anything, and Russell Wilson, you still have the chance, brother, to take us to the promised land. You still have a chance to shut me the fuck up and a lot of Steelers fans the fuck up and take us to a playoff game, take us to the AFC Championship, take us to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? That could still happen, right? So I don't want to rule that out. I'm not giving up on the season. I am a Steelers fan until I die. I will probably be a Steelers fan until you die. You know what I'm saying? Literally an asteroid could crash into the earth, right? And the sun could blow up. And Jupiter could go out of orbit and just leave the solar system, right? Nothing would change the fact that I'm a Pittsburgh Steeler, honestly. I can't think of nothing, right? So this is coming from a real place of love. this is coming from like a real place of honesty. Like I love this team, but I can just see it. We're just not really there right now. And so that begs the question of, okay, is Justin Fields the better option? And truthfully, I don't know, man, because in one breath, he isn't as good of a thrower of the ball as Russell Wilson. We just got to be honest about that. Russell Wilson, he's been doing it for a while. The guy has, you know what I'm saying? Like he has documented history of this. He has documented history this year of him making some pretty good throws deep down the field. But at the same time, our line just isn't where it needs to be. Our line is not playing that well. While we have players on the line, when I say this, I'm not really criticizing the players. We have some all right players on the offensive line. Broderick Jones, we honestly haven't really talked about Broderick Jones much on this channel, and I don't want to really single him out here, but that could, something's going on with that too, right? Oh, but our line just has not played good enough. And Russell Wilson in the pocket, when it collapses, it's not good football, man. He is taking sack after sack. He is throwing bad passes when the line collapses. And who is somebody who kind of, negates that? Who is somebody who kind of does his thing when the pocket collapses? He plays his best, honestly, on the run. That's Justin Fields. And so if he is the better quarterback, if our line is in that state and Justin Fields is the better quarterback at handling that situation, it makes sense that you bring the guy in. It makes sense that Justin Fields should be playing, right? Saying that, though, I don't want this to be like the Russell Wilson slander video. I don't want this to just be like, boo, Russell Wilson, I hate you, Russ. I'm just simply pointing out some things that would probably help, like having a quarterback who is more adept to escape. He's also, Russell Wilson, he's not exactly 40-year-old Big Ben out there either. Russell Wilson can move. We saw that run he had. He did fumble, but like he was kind of out there moving. Russell's kind of athletic. He had a rushing touchdown in the last game, but like Justin Fields, he does that, in my opinion, a lot better than Russ, right? And so the situations we found ourselves in is like the line just isn't really, you know what I'm saying? They're not really hooping. And this brings on a bigger question of like, hey, our offensive line coach, man, like what is going on with this line? Why are we getting rid of players and then they do better on the other team and like we're just collapsing in the pocket, right? Another thing I want to talk about, and we'll get back to the quarterback situation in a second, but I found myself on this rant. Another thing I want to talk about is why are we always hurt down the stretch, man? Like you would have never thought, I would have never thought that I would be making a video calling out our like health and safety and our wellness team, but like somebody's got to do it. We're always fighting injuries down the stretch of the season. Our line is consistently getting beat off the line of scrimmage. Our line is consistently losing battles, and sometimes they do win. Like sometimes the potential is there. I think we have really good players on the team, which is why I don't want to like key in on people, even though Broderick Jones kind of got it. But I just believe that like the schematics of it all just isn't really right. I just believe like having Najee Harris running like outside runs just isn't really the right cook, right? But hey man, that's what the Steelers want to do. And so you have this disparity happening. You have this like dysfunction happening. I believe Justin Fields with the dysfunction happening would be the better option. I also too believe that we leave Russell Wilson in for the rest of the season. We see how he does because I think he is capable of winning a playoff game. I think he is capable of quarterbacking a decent team still. Call me crazy, call me insane, but I still think Russell Wilson has some juice left in the tank. It's just not like mind-blowing, breathtaking, we're going to have this guy be our quarterback for the next 5 to 10 years. Obviously, he's old, and I just think the talent, like he's going down, right? I'll be honest, Russell Wilson is going down, but like he's still at a pretty high point. And so like I said, I think we can leave him out there for the rest of the season and get a pretty good result out of it. It's not like life or death if Justin Fields doesn't play. But I'm making this point about Justin Fields because I think I mentioned like these mock drafts that are happening. We're supposed to get all these like college quarterbacks. I don't think we need to do all that. I think Justin Fields next season, after having the season under his belt, after playing some in the beginning of the season and then now getting like random snaps every now and then in football games, I believe Justin Fields can take this and run with it. No pun intended. I believe Justin Fields can be an option for us next year, and we really don't need to reach for a quarterback. But a lot of people are saying that, man. A lot of people are thinking we need a quarterback out there. And so not only do we have to figure out is it Russell or Justin Fields, do we need to draft a quarterback? Let me know what you guys think about all of that down in the comments because like at this point, I have to be honest with you guys. I got to be honest. I really just don't know. Like I was really hype about this team. You guys were hype about this team. We were rolling into the season. We were proving everybody wrong. We were doing our thing. And now we've dropped 3 straight games and it's all Russell Wilson's fault. It's all Russell Wilson's fault at this point. It's all Mike Tomlin's fault at this point. Like it's all Najee Harris's fault at this point. And like I said, I want to finish it with this because this is going to be kind of a late night upload, but I want to finish it with this. This is not like coming from the Steelers, right? Like I'm not trying to clickbait you guys. I'm not trying to like make this up like, oh, this is like it's really gonna happen. So Justin Fields is gonna get benched. I'm not trying to do all that. I'm just saying I'm seeing a lot of takes about it. I'm seeing a lot of discussions about it, and so I kind of wanted to throw my my name into the ring. I believe Justin Fields could be doing some things better than Russell Wilson can at this point. But Russell Wilson isn't just like chopped liver. He's not just like stinking up the joint. He's not just like ass. He's just had a few turnovers, a very costly turnovers, honestly. Some bad luck, played some good defenses, and here we are now. But I don't think he's like super duper hindering us to the point where if Justin Fields was playing, we'd be like, you know what I mean? Like people are acting like that. People are acting like we would be the number one team in the NFL if Justin Fields was playing. I don't think that's the case. And I think Justin Fields also can like get to that point. I think if we hold on to him, I think if we really let him develop on the team like the Steelers, we get a little bit better on offense. We get a better coordinator. We get some better O-line scheming. We get some better playmakers, and like Justin Fields allowed to grow with us. We don't like just treat him like like dangle him out there like, yo, Justin Fields, you're playing good on Chicago, but guess what? We're gonna get Caleb Williams next year. Like, oh, who gives a fuck about what you do? And then like he comes to the Steelers and it's like, oh, Justin Fields, you're doing pretty good, but guess what? We already promised Russell Wilson the job, so it doesn't fucking matter. Like if we really commit to the guy, I think he can be our quarterback one of the future. And yeah, man, I think the Steelers, I think we're gonna win the fucking Super Bowl. You know, I'm tired. I'm literally on the fly. I am tired about bitching about this team because we are a good team, man. Like it's just been a tough couple of games. It's just been a tough little stretch. But like now we are back down, and when we played our best when people were doubting us, and the doubt is at an all-time high. And so we got one more game to play. Cincinnati, they just won a crazy game against Denver. So we got one more game to play. Let's build some momentum. Like let's get Russell Wilson back up there because we know he can perform. He can be a quarterback for us, right? Like he can be the guy to get us over the hump in like a playoff game, right? He can do that, especially against Houston. So let's build some momentum. Let's do this thing with Russell Wilson, and then we'll worry about if Justin Fields is a quarterback for us in the future. We will then see about it. But for now, it's Russell Wilson, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's Mike Tomlin, and this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.